I'm curious. How did you know like you could run? Uliamka siku moja ukadiscover wait, by then niko na hii gift ya kukimbia.
Well, just like any other person, for me, learning is a journey.
Okay.
And it all started when I was very young. When I was in grade 4, that's when I started participating.
You being a woman, you're just running around in the village.
Yes.
How did people take that?
Believe you me, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Even the neighborhoods, it was one of the craziest thing to even think about it.
So around that area, there was no one who had done athletics. They had not seen that before.
Okay, fine. Yeah. My grandmother used to tell me that when she heard that I'm going to represent my school in some of the athletics championships, she could go like, Lily, you mean you want to be like your dad? And I kept on asking her, Shosho, do you mean my dad used to run?
Okay.
But do you know something? My dad never mentioned it. Not even a single day.
My crew is very curious. Wamesema nisipouliza hii swali inaweza pigwa. They actually want to know, how old are you?
Well, I'm well blessed.
Yes.
I know it's not like a normal thing for ladies to tell of their age.
Yes.
But myself, I'm Lily. I'm one lady who is very, very proud of her age.
Yeah. Classmates, karibuni sana to another class. Today I'm so excited because I am literally seated next to a living legend, and I kid you not, I am so nervous because I'm sitting next to someone who's super great, and I just wanted to, because nilijiambia nitakram the accolades she has won, uongo because she's won so many accolades, and I just wanted to read them out. She is a marathon runner, and she's finished in the top 2 in 5 successive global championship marathons. And she has won the marathon at the World Championship in Athletics and won silver medals at the Summer Olympic Games in 2004 and 2008. She's also a 4-time winner of the Boston Marathon and a 2-time winner of the Chicago Marathon. Yeah, and it was at the latter in 2001 that she broke the women's marathon world record. Yeah. I know there's a Chicago Tribune sports writer, Philip Harsh, who described her as the greatest women's marathon of all time. Manze ilis tu inaendelea. She's also been awarded the Order of the Golden Warrior by President Moi Kibaki in 2005. Man, it's amazing. I am seated next to Catherine the Great. I hear that's what people call you.
Yes.
Yes, karibu sana huku kwetu.
First of all,
wacha tuanzie tu hapa. What's your secret? Mtu yangu hauzeeki? What's happening?
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, fine. I would say simply, it's not like because I've done something that is very special. But what I believe is that the word of God is truth and trustworthy.
Right.
And it says that them that trust in him, he shall continue to renew their strength.
Wait.
And they shall mount on wings like eagles. Yes, they shall walk but not grow weary.
Okay.
They shall walk, they shall learn but not faint.
Wow. So there's no secret. Hakuna mafuta
Hapana.
Hey, because I don't know if it's me. I think everyone agrees with me. Just how I used to see you on TV. You look exactly the same.
I've really grown, man.
Hey, wapi. You look amazing. Let me ask this. Do you still run?
Not really. I don't really learn, but maybe once in a while, I can wake up and just think of a jog.
Right.
Yes, but I don't do any serious learning anymore.
Wow. Was it hard for you to stop? Because I imagine
well,
you've been
it
running.
wasn't easy to stop because you see, when you get used to something and it turned to be your life, it's so hard to get out of it.
Right.
But I was forced by circumstance.
Right.
Yes, I suffered an injury, a very bad injury back in the year 2012, just before the Olympics of London Olympics. I was in preparations.
Sorry for that.
And I torn my ligament around my right ankle. So that could not let me keep on doing it.
Right.
So I decided that I think this is the time for me to exit.
Okay.
And when I went to the doctor, he said, well, what I need to do is just to have a surgery for recollection. And I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for the surgery. And I thought, like, since I have done 20 years professionally, I don't think I need it. So I made a choice
Okay.
to heal naturally,
All right.
of which it hasn't been easy because, you know, generally ligaments have got very low flow of blood. So he told me if I choose to go naturally, it is going to take me a longer time to heal. But I didn't mind. After all, I had already made a name, and I didn't think like there is any other greater name that I could make even after the surgery.
All right.
Yes, and I thank God for everything, and I'm much contented about what happened and what I had achieved.
Okay.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking to the great Catherine Ndereba, the one and only. And it's amazing to have you here. We're being hosted at Longonot Apartments, Longonot Place. So very chill place. Come around, check it out. Thank you so much. I'm curious. How did you know like you could run? Uliamka siku moja ukadiscover wait, by then niko na hii gift ya kukimbia.
Well, just like any other person, for me, learning is a journey.
Okay.
And it all started when I was very young, at tender age.
All right.
But little did I know that this is a talent or a gift that God has deposited in me,
Right.
that could see me through up to this far.
Okay.
And when I was in grade 4, that's when I started participating. And I just started participating in the cross country during the athletics season.
Okay.
That is around first term. And it seemed like I liked sports, but sports that I loved was athletics only.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't have interest for ball games or any other kind of sports. So I kind of followed that
All right.
all the time. Like I couldn't wait for that season to come. And when we started going out and learn, it was so amazing that I could beat all the girls in my school
Right.
at 4th grade.
Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
none of them could, could step ahead of me.
Yeah.
So, and with that, it given me an opportunity to go to represent my school during the championships.
Okay.
So, as young as I was. And at 5th grade, I could go to Zono, I could go to location, I could go to district,
Right.
but I never made it to province. So when I got to high school, now that's when I got an opportunity to reach up to provincials. And when now I finished my Form 4, that's when I started now thinking, like, now, since I'm getting out of school, where will I be doing this again? And with that, I thought of just asking my parents to keep on paying my, secondary school fees so that I can go back to Form 3 and so that I can keep on doing
on
it
running,
because that is the only place I knew
yeah.
that I could keep on exploiting my talent.
Yeah.
But thank God, during the secondary school championships, I chanced to meet a guy who was a coach. And he used to bring his son and a daughter. And when I was in high school, the daughter was like in class 6, class 7 allowed there. And when I was doing the 3,000 meters,
Right.
she could wrap me. The young girl could wrap me on the field.
Okay.
And or if I choose to do the 10,000 meters, she could wrap me. Yes, she was a primary school student. And I was like, really, what is this that is so special for the dad that he could do to this young girl, and she was able to beat me. And I just gotten curious, and I asked the guy to exchange contacts, and that is now the address, the postal address. So I chosen to write a letter, to do a letter to him when I finished Form 4.
Okay.
And I requested him if he could invite me to his training camp so that I can join him, so that I can be able to keep on doing my training. But during this time, even when I completed my exams and I went back home, I could wake up in the morning and do my run in the morning and also in the evening when the time arose. And so when I gotten that chance to move, and when he returned the letter and he said, it's okay, I don't have any problem. I had to pack just like the way I was in school, and I left my home after 17 days.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I went to his place.
Yeah.
And I stayed with this man. But fortunately or unfortunately, he didn't have a camp.
Oh.
So he went and left me with another family. Where they had 2 girls who were learners, and he told me these are the ladies that you will be doing the training with. So he left me there so that now these girls could help me to familiarize with the area and also the routes that I could do my morning runs and evening runs.
I'm curious, because where have you grown up? Let me not assume.
I was born in Madeira, in Madeira constituency, in a village called Gatunganga.
Okay.
Yeah, but today it's called Maganjo.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
And I went to school at Kahiraini Primary School.
All right.
And then after class 8, I joined Golano Secondary School. Then it was a day school.
Right.
Yes, but when I was at Form 3, there was now, they built a boarding section, and I started boarding.
Okay.
Yes.
It's because you mentioned the camp, and I know in Kenya tumezoea tukisikia any athletics camp, mostly they're based in Rift Valley.
No.
Yeah,
Myself, I come from Nyeri.
Okay, interesting.
Yes.
I'm curious about the state of mind you have to achieve for you to be the world's best out of 8 billion people. Like, there's a level, I think I was listening to Mike Tyson, and he was saying it's not just about, the training and you learn the skill, which is boxing for him, but it's a certain level that you have to get brain-wise that you just have to unlock, that's not on a normal level. He calls it getting into the beast mode.
Yes.
Like, for you, what did it take?
Well, what it did take is that myself, I was just curious to push myself to the limit. That was all about me.
Okay.
And I didn't even know when I was doing all this, I didn't know that, out of this talent, I could earn a job and it could earn me my living.
Yeah.
Yes, but I kept on doing it and doing it and doing it. And as I was doing it at home, I remember meeting a couple of women who are of my mom's age.
Yeah.
And they could ask me, Catherine, why should you keep on learning even when you are,
at home,
out of school? Before they could understand that I was running because I was in school. Even after school, I kept on learning every morning, every evening. I don't stop. Yeah. And believe you me, I didn't even know it is the power of passion and the power of passion that was driving me. So I could wake up and go. Nobody is telling me now it is time to run, but I have this thirst that nothing could quench. That's now later I came to realize this is the power of passion.
Yes. So it was just passion.
It was just passion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. How was that? You being a woman, you're just running around in the village.
Yes.
How did people take that?
Believe you me, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy. I think to even the neighborhoods, it was one of the craziest thing to even think about it.
So around that area, there was no one who had done athletics. They had not seen that before.
Okay, fine. Yeah. My grandmother used to tell me that when she heard that I'm going to represent my school in some of the athletics championships, she could go like, Lily, you mean you want to be like your dad? And I kept on asking her, Shosho, do you mean my dad used to run? But do you know something? My dad never mentioned it. Not even a single day that he was an athlete.
Interesting.
He never mentioned it, and I could now go after my cousins, my first cousins,
Right.
who probably found my dad in school because my dad was the last born in his family.
Right.
And they could tell us, oh yeah, your dad used to run, he used to rap people when they were doing the sports and all that. And now my grandmother could show me those gifts that she could get out of now my dad's performance.
Right.
So my grandmother could show me her big sufurias and hurricane lamp.
Yeah.
I think even the hurricane lamp that I found in my mom's house was the one of the gifts that my dad got when he used to run.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you start having conversations about running after? Now, when
Never.
he
Never had time
date.
he never had time to discuss that.
Oh.
Yes, because now
Yeah.
during that time he was working for the government.
Yes.
And he was in Nyeri most of his time. So
Okay.
I think the most time that I could spend with my dad continuously was like 30 days when he was on his annual leave.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, the rest of the times he was home, like over the weekend or maybe over the holidays. Yeah.
You know, it's okay. So no, I'm trying to imagine, because you were basically living his dreams, you know.
Yes,
living
yes.
out his dreams.
Yes.
And okay, anyway, we don't know why African men are the way they are. Yeah. Okay. What do you currently do? Where are you? Unajua sasa tuliacha kuona kwa runinga, siku hizi hatujui uko side gani ya
Okay,
Nairobi.
fine. I'm still around.
Okay.
And it's only what we call the face. It is just the face
All
that
right.
changed.
Okay.
Because right after getting injured, I decided that I need to go back to my office where I used to work.
Okay.
That is now the Kenya prisons. Because back in 1994, on 15th of August, I got enrolled by the Kenya prisons.
Okay.
I joined the Kenya Prisons College and then I trained. And after 7 months, I graduated.
All right.
And I was posted at Nairobi West Prison.
Oh, okay.
It is a medium prison.
All right.
And it's a male prison. So that's where I worked until that time.
All right.
That is now until 2011,
Okay.
2012 when I got injured.
Okay.
And now after getting injured, I went back to the office and I started working. And by that time, I had already risen in ranks up to the level of superintendent of prison.
Okay. So you're still working?
Yes,
with
I'm still
prisons?
working with the Kenya prisons.
Okay.
And currently I'm working as a Deputy Director of Gender and Youth and Sports.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, so you're still doing something in sports?
Yes. Yes.
I would have been a bit concerned if there's no sports in your life.
No.
at all. Yeah.
Sports is in my blood.
Yeah.
Even when I retire
Yeah.
from Kenya prisons, I don't think I'll retire from sports.
Wow.
Yes, this is something that is in my system.
Yeah.
And I don't think there is anything that can quench that.
Okay.
Yes.
Hapa nimeambiwa we were on a slight break, but my crew is very curious. Wamesema nisipouliza hii swali ninaweza pigwa. They actually want to know, how old are you?
Well, I'm well blessed.
Yes.
I know it's not like a normal thing for ladies to tell of their age.
Yes.
But myself, I'm Lily. I'm one lady who is very, very proud of her age.
Yeah.
And I feel so grateful to God because he has blessed me with years. Yes.
Okay.
A couple of them.
A couple of them.
Yes, and I believe
Yeah.
that God will help me to see even double of that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm about 51.
No.
Yes.
No, you're lying. 51. No.
Yes. In a couple of weeks.
Uongo.
In a couple of weeks, I'll be 51.
In a couple of weeks.
Yes.
Hiyo ni uongo.
In fact,
Wow.
we are on 18th.
Yes.
Not a couple of weeks, sorry. It's a couple of days.
A couple of days you'll be turning
Yes.
51.
In fact, this week I'll be 51.
This week tutaimba happy What? Hapana, wewe tuambie
Yes, I
siri.
will. On
Utatuambia
21st of July is my birthday.
Yeah.
Yes, I was born on 1972.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you get this a lot? Are people usually shocked at your age? Because
Well, I always tell people my age and they look like, no, oh, then you're kidding. But I'm not kidding.
Wow. Okay. I am genuinely impressed. Wow.
Yes. And what I didn't tell you, I'm a mother and
Okay.
I'm a grandma. Yes.
Wewe sasa hapana.
Yes.
So unaitwa shosho.
Yes, mimi niko na shosho.
Hey, congratulations on that.
Thank you. Yes,
And,
I have a almost 6 months old granddaughter.
Your child and the grandchild.
Yes.
Kuna mwenye ameanza kukimbia.
Well, my daughter used to run.
Yeah.
But she didn't want to become a celeb.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm curious about that. Was
Reasons
it because
only her knows. Yes.
You've never had that conversation with her?
She doesn't want to become a celeb.
Okay.
Because she said celebrities live as if they don't have a life. So that is according to her.
And that is so, it is so accurate. I don't even blame her. Wow.
Yeah.
So now,
I think by the fact that I was a celeb, it kind of still mom from the daughter.
Of course.
Yeah, so I think
hakufurahia.
Yeah.
At this point, you're this girl from a village in Nyeri, and now you're on the global stage. The entire world knows your name. What's going through your mind? Apart from the running, we know you're a great runner, but when after the run or before, you're in those changing rooms, you're on these flights, you're meeting the who is who in the world. What's going through your mind?
Well, at some point, I used to get nervous. Especially those first times. I used to get so nervous, and I worry so much, like what am I going to face? And the food. Yes, because for me, I wasn't adventurous
with food.
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Right.
So that was one of the biggest challenges that I went through. But I used to tell myself, you know, if it's a race, the only thing that could make me fear so much is in case in that race I face somebody who is having more than 2 legs.
Wow.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes. So as much as we are all equal, okay, fine. The best take the day.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
And what I used to tell myself, the race is not over until it is over. That means it is over when I close the finish line.
What do you think gave you that type of spirit where you don't quit? You keep pushing yourself, even when at home no one believed, even when in the village people thought you're crazy.
Yes.
What kept you going?
What kept me going, I told you, the power of passion.
The power of passion.
The power of passion.
Right.
It is very powerful, believe you me, when you have a passion.
Okay.
I don't think there is anything can stop you. Because even if you're told that there is a danger out there, you don't think so.
Right.
You just keep on pushing that this is where I want to go.
Okay.
Yes.
Something you mentioned about just being a celebrity, and it really bugs me. Sorry. Okay.
Let me take you back a bit. There is something you asked me, what kept me, or what made me to have that kind of a strong, whatever. I have this character in the Bible that is Paul. In the book of Philippians. I like him, and he kind of my encourager. Because when I go to the Bible in the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, it tells me that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And by the fact that I know Christ as my Lord and my Savior, I know I can do it. Yes, because it is not out of my might. It is by his power.
Right.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. There's something you mentioned about being a celebrity. You know, you're this global superstar.
Yes.
It genuinely bothers me. In Kenya, I feel like we don't appreciate our athletes and our sportsmen and women as much as you are appreciated out there.
Yes.
First of all, is that accurate? Do you think you used to receive more love when you're out there than here?
Okay. I don't know how to put it. But, well, I think because here, an athlete is an athlete. You know, I think we look at it like that. Because when I was growing up and when I started running, I could hear now the kids shouting, like when I could pass around the street around Ruiru, where I went for college, I could hear the kids in Kitamba shouting like, Kipchoge, Kipchoge. And now the Kipchoge they were calling is the Dr. Kipchoge.
Right, yes.
And, you know, so meaning they had a know-how that there was a certain Kipchoge, even if they don't even know him. And let me tell you, this man, I waited to get to meet this man.
Wow.
Not until 1996. And I didn't even meet him in Kenya. I met him in Atlanta, Georgia. In a race, in a 10-kilometer race. I was invited to run, and he was the guest to start the race. So he was the man who, you know.
Right.
Yes.
Why this started bothering me, I remember an instance where there was a campaign happening in one of the supermarkets, and in that campaign they had Njugush, who is a comedian, a good friend of mine, and they had Rudisha. You know, Rudisha is Olympian, and I went to see them as they were working, and it really bothered me that Kenyans would flock around Njugush to take selfies and photos with Njugush. And Rudisha is standing next to him and no one is bothering with him. It actually, mi nilienda kumsalimia hata nilikuwa nashindwa kuongea, nilikuwa natetemeka, because in my head, this is like one of the greatest runners ever, period, you know, and an Olympian. And I started wondering, what is it with Kenya? What culture is this we have where we don't appreciate our great men and women, especially in sports?
To some extent, I normally feel like some of the people, you cannot even blame them. Maybe because they don't know. Because how many people get to watch these sports? Very few. You know, sports fans like you can enjoy it because you're in the city. What about those people who are out there? Now, as I was telling you, as I could hear these children shouting Kipchoge, Kipchoge, I had never seen Kipchoge. I had never, you know, had his name being mentioned anywhere. The only kind of a person that I knew was a runner. He was another guy who hailed from my school and my home area. So I had never met with those big names. So until when I finished school. And I gotten a chance to meet to make for the national team. That is now in 1994. Yes.
Sports in Kenya, because I come from an industry, we are filmmakers, and filmmaking is a multi-billion-dollar industry all over the world. But in Kenya, for some reason, I don't know why, it doesn't work. And I feel like sports is 10 times bigger than film. But again, in Kenya, we've not tapped into it. If we look at football, there are, you know, all over the world, there are very many big leagues. If it's athletics, I see how many academies, if you go to the United States or any of those developed countries, how many camps they have and schools just for athletics. What are we doing wrong? Because I feel like Kenya, all over the world, we are known for athletics, yet, saizi, if we had an athletic game in Kasarani, like it takes so much work to just fill up that stadium. What are we doing wrong in terms of building that culture for sports in Kenya? From where you sit, at least you've been part of that route.
Well, I can say is that, sports, by the fact that we are so blessed with a lot of talent, it seems like learning is just something that you can just wake up and do it. You see?
What does it take to be an Olympian, for you to break a world record, for you to be a marathon? What does it take? Abu tuambie, by the way, watu wanaichukulia kitu kama ni joke.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot. It takes a lot of sacrifice, commitment, hard work, and resilience.
Explain to me, let's say, what your day used to look like at your peak.
My day, at my peak.
Yes.
I could wake up as early as 5
a.m.
Do my normal prayers. Or my daily devotion. And then I get out of the load. I could It all depends because
Yeah.
each day
Yeah.
has got a different kind
Routine.
of training.
Yeah.
So, but I could start with a morning run.
Mm-hmm.
Morning run depends on the workout of that day.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, for example, if it is my long run day, my long run could range between 16 kilometers or up to how many kilometers? When I was running marathon, up to maybe 40.
40. Okay.
Yes, because the marathon goes up to 42.
Yes.
Yes, but the longest I ever done once was 46 kilometers.
Well, mnaweza jaribu hiyo kitu.
Yeah, so now that's where now
Yeah.
people would look at you
Yeah.
as a crazy person.
But you have to push yourself.
Yes, you have to push yourself to the threshold.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Have you met Eliud?
Eliud Kipchoge?
Yes.
Yes, I know him very, very well. He's
Yeah.
like a brother to me.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, what he's been able to achieve. I'm just curious, when you guys meet, what's your conversation like?
we just embrace one another.
Okay.
And also thank God at the same time for the far he has brought us.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I see Kipchoge winning and getting where he is, to me it's like a prayer answered.
Right.
Because when I used to run, before I get to retire, I used to tell the men that I used to run within their company that, let me tell you guys, in less than 10 years, we'll find men doing the marathons under 2 hours.
Wow.
They could not believe it.
Wow.
And believe you me, when Kipchoge did it, it wasn't even 7 years or so.
Wow.
Yes.
After you said it.
Yes, because I could see it. Yes. The pace that men used to roar
Yeah.
the marathon running time, I could tell that one day it will be done under 2 hours.
Okay, so now it's been done under 2 hours.
Yeah.
And people will still keep breaking that record. So,
Sure,
so
yes.
are we
Record are there
evolving?
to be broken. Imagine
Yeah.
if we could be, we could be running the same time, same time.
Right.
It could not even been interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So to me, I believe that records are there to be broken. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Sorry, back to our government and what we are doing. It's unfortunate, but we see a lot of, especially during Olympics, where certain very talented athletes are omitted out of a list because some people are favored. Honestly, hakuna kitu tunaweza fanya about it. Because, I mean, I feel really bad for those athletes who go out there and they push themselves and they qualify, but yeah.
May I tell you something?
Yeah.
It takes a big heart for someone to be in the Olympics team or the World Championships teams. If I didn't have such a heart, I could never made it.
Yeah.
But may I tell you something?
Yeah.
The only time I could do better is when you look down on me.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
When you look down on me, you just kind of give me a push. Yes. An extra, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, because I always made sure that I'm going to show you what I'm made of.
Okay.
Yes. I tried to make Kenya team for 10 good years.
10 years.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. I tried for the cross country. It never worked.
Right.
Even to run the marathon. It wasn't by choice.
Yeah.
It was because I could not fit in anywhere in a cross country. And everybody kind of kept on criticizing my running style and all that. And I felt like, now that I'm not good at cross country, what else can I do?
Right.
And when I could try to make time for the track and field, yet I'm not yet good enough. So I told myself, probably, I normally hear people run marathons. And maybe this marathon, nobody cares, like what time you finish with or what kind of style you learn in. And, I decided, I remember telling my manager back in 1999, when I failed to qualify for the World Cross Country Championships. And I told my manager, just enter me in Boston Marathon.
Okay.
lucky enough, like a year before, that is now 1998, I had already been given a tour of the whole Boston Marathon.
Right.
I didn't even have an interest to see it, but by the fact that I did a 10K around that town, so the organizer of the race was kind enough to take me see the Boston Marathon course. So in 1999, when I felt to make the World Cross Country team, and I felt like I had all what it takes by that time. I just asked my manager, just enter me at Boston Marathon.
Right.
Little did I know I didn't even have half of the training for that race. But anyway, I went there. When I went there, I did my race on 15th of April 1999.
You're good with dates. I like that.
Yes. And I finished my race in 2 hours, 27 minutes, and 28 seconds.
Were you fast?
No. In 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 27 seconds.
Were you in first position?
My debut marathon.
You won.
I didn't win. I was number 6.
You were number 6.
I finished 6.
Okay.
Yes, I finished 6 in 2 hours, 28 minutes, and 27 seconds.
Right.
But guess what?
Yeah.
When I was going there, I didn't have any clue. Like I can finish the marathon under 2 hours and 33. So for me to run 2:28, it's like I had broken a world record. And when I came back home, I told myself, whatever kind of mistake I made on the way, because even at 40 kilometers, I had already stopped. Yes, because it was painful. It was painful. It is not easy. Running a marathon is not easy. Yes, it takes, you have to prepare psychologically, physically, and also emotionally.
Please tell me, psychologically,
yes,
at what level do you have to get yourself? Emotionally, physically, at least we see we see the
wake
training
up and
in
do all the,
but,
physical work.
Yeah, but psychologically, what do you
May
need
I tell
to
you
do?
something?
Yeah,
Learning a marathon or anything, it's mental. 75% is mental.
Okay.
25% is physical. So meaning it is the very smallest percentage.
Right.
Yes.
It feels like for you to achieve that level of, I always believe this, to achieve that level of success, there are things in your life you have to sacrifice.
Yes.
What do you feel in your life you had to sacrifice to achieve what you were able to achieve? Was it family time? Was it social life? What was it for you?
Well, I believe mostly is social life.
Social life.
Social life, because when it means for me to train, I have to train.
Yeah.
When it means that I need to rest, I have to rest. Yes.
So hakuna kwenda sherehe weekend.
Okay, fine, I could go.
Okay,
but those that matters.
Yeah.
Those that matters. And also some other things that people normally do, I could not do them.
Right.
Yes. Like, okay, hanging around, like I could either eat, I could train, eat, sleep, go to church. And now that at my workplace, when I'm given time to train, I am given a full-time release. So my work is just to train and make sure that I'm there when Kenya prisons need me.
Right.
You see, now I had to put all my effort and my everything there to make sure that the flag of my department shines at the same time for the country. Yes.
You are a super strong woman, very strong mentally, just for yourself to push yourself that much. And I'm wondering, what is it in our generation we're not doing right? Or what are we getting right? What are we getting wrong? Because I sit across from you and I feel like it doesn't matter. Even if it was not athletics, you'd still succeed in whatever you choose to do. There's some mental toughness I'm trying to tap into. Najitafutia ndio hata mimi ni succeed kama wewe.
I think there is this, for the scholars, they normally call it 10,000 hours rule.
Okay.
So without putting in 1,000 hours in whatever you're doing,
Right.
believe you me, you are not going to master anything. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Nowadays, what do you look up? What do you look forward to? I'm trying, because you had a crazy life. At any given point in your life, whatever point it was during the year, you knew there's a marathon coming. I'm
Yes.
ready for that, so I have to be fit. Now you're at a point in your life where you're not running for, for big competitions. So what's driving you right now?
Well,
what are you into right now?
Well, I still have a lot to do and to think about. One, I have my family.
Okay.
Two, I have my work,
Okay.
because I want to give back to the society. Yes, I feel so indebted because I'm the kind of a person I am because of the Kenya prisons.
Okay.
So mine is that every morning when I sleep, when I wake up, I get to Kenya Prisons Department. I have to do my job. Where I am, I coordinate all sports.
Okay.
And my work is to tap talents and to develop them.
I love that.
Yes. So I must do a lot of scouting because by the fact that now I was a good athlete and now I'm retired, whom am I handing over the baton to?
True. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me talk about Kenya prisons kidogo, because when you say Kenya prisons to a layman like me, si tunajua nyinyi wale watu wa kuchunga our prisoners. So when you tell me there's a whole department for sports and athletics and you coordinate across the country.
Yes.
So what's maybe my question is, what else does Kenya prisons do?
We do a lot. We do a lot, Okay. Our work or our motto is to rehabilitate
Okay.
and to put the inmates in a safe custody.
All right.
Yes. Okay. But that is our core role. And the rest are Kenya sports, and the rest they come like secondary.
Okay.
And also we have to train professionals and all that. We do a lot of training.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. When we're still there, do you feel like our prison system and the way we correct our inmates actually changes them to be better people? And I ask this because I mean, you see it in countries like Sweden and Norway and all these countries. Manze, the prisoners live better than us. Than
they do live better than us because, okay, we have to accept that before you get even somewhere, you have to start from somewhere.
Right.
And like today, you cannot compare Kenya prisons today and like 10 or 20 years ago.
Okay.
No comparison.
Okay.
No comparison. Yes.
All right.
Yes, because nowadays what we do is to train them and to rehabilitate them. It's like correcting somebody's behavior because that's what has brought them in the prisons.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me, do you have a stranger than fiction story that happened in your life as an athlete? Something.
What?
A story, something unique that happened your time when you were an athlete. You either met someone you never thought you'd meet, but the coincidence was just so strange. You never thought this would happen. Is there something you remember from that time?
Something that I remember is about my breaking the world record.
Yeah, and that must have been big.
In the year 2001.
Yeah.
You see, for those other years back, I could not fit in the cross country team. I could not qualify for Olympics or for World Championships because I could not make the time for 10,000 meters or the 3,000 meters because when I started running, even when I got enrolled in the Kenya prisons, I was a 1,500 meters runner.
Okay.
And 3,000 meters runner.
Right.
So, but my coach was the one who helped me to specify which event that I can do better. This is none other than Stephen Mwaniki.
Okay.
He's a chief inspector in Kenya prisons.
Right.
And he's our chief sprints coach. And I can tell you for free that he can train an athlete from sprints all the way to the marathon.
Wow.
Yes, he's that gifted.
Yeah.
And he also have a passion. And I can tell you, much of what we call mental strength, I believe I tapped from him.
Okay.
Yeah, because some years in my early training, he kept on telling me, you see this aeroplane passing by here? You know, one day you'll be using them like matatus.
Wow.
I was like, how?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yes. It could not get into me,
Yeah.
but, well, I could remember that statement all the time.
Right.
Not until, like, you know, we started training with him in 1994 or towards the end of 1994. Then I gotten a chance to get out of this country early 1995.
Right.
I went to Seoul, Korea. Believe you me, when I got into that flight, I couldn't wait to get back home to let him know that you did it for me.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I hope you did. I hope you told him.
I did. I told him, and I keep on telling him.
Yeah.
Yes. And even for him nowadays,
Yeah.
he used those fries like the batatus because he has to accompany the teams when they are going out and coming back. Yes.
Oh, wow. That's
Yes,
amazing.
it is.
I'm just curious. I have a child who is interested in athletics.
Yes.
How do I get to be on the Kenyan team? What? Yeah. Because, yeah.
You were talking of getting to the Kenyan team.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, I don't want to scare you, but they have to train and get better. To be in the Kenya team, it means that you have to put yourself at the edge. Without that, forget it. Yes, you have to be the best. Yes.
You have to be the best.
You have to be the best. Whatever it takes you to be the best. And I think this is what now ailing our nation. Because with our young athletes, they want things very fast.
Yeah.
And it led them into problems. And now that's how we suffer the menace of doping.
Doping, yes. Are there scouts that, so, okay, you're running in school, you're the best in that school, you're the best in that division, that province.
Yes.
Do we have like a scouting program, or how do I get noticed?
Yeah, we normally kind of have a scouting program by the fact that we have like primary school championships, we have secondary school championships, and we also have those junior championships, youth championships. Like of late, you have seen our country have introduced several championships, and some of them have happened right here in Kasarani, like in 2017, we had under 18, and the other, just a couple of years ago, we had the under 20, under 20 championships. Right. Yes, and you could see those talents. So when we see those, we get these young athletes, they get tapped, and in fact, they are assisted to bridge now to get to the senior level.
Okay.
Yes.
There's something I'm picking up as we're having this conversation. You're really, really good with your dates. You really remember your dates and your years. And
yes.
I'm just trying to figure out what you feel the importance of this being active, having an active lifestyle, doing some form of sports, how that ties to your health, your mental strength, your mental health as well. Are there benefits?
I guess it is the best gift you can ever give to your body. Yes, it is the best gift.
Right.
Yes.
Physical exercise.
Yeah. Believe you me, as we always go like, an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah.
Me, I would say an exercise keeps the doctor away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because, like when I used to run, if I could suffer from some cold, I didn't need to go to the hospital or to get some medications. I just wake up and do a very fast morning run in the morning. and by the time I get back home, it's gone.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
You see, like the way you normally have the running nose, with that brisk running.
Yeah.
it's gone.
You're gone. It's
You're done. Yeah.
Okay. Just I'm trying to figure out how you've been able to find that balance between the life you used to have and right now. Right now, are you on planes a lot?
On the Prince a lot.
Yeah, like matatus.
Not, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Not as much,
Yeah.
but may I tell you something? Whatever you do in your young age,
Yeah.
it's like a seed that you sow.
Mm.
And it's all about you, what kind of a seed that you're going to plant. If you plant a good seed
All right.
and work on it well, definitely you're going to have a bountiful harvest.
Right.
Like now, at the moment, I think it was last week, I got an invitation from in the month of May. I got an invitation from Chicago Marathon.
Okay.
They want me to go
Yeah.
to join them for the 45th celebration. They have a 45th anniversary on 8th of October.
Yeah.
They are not calling me to go there and learn. No. They just want to be, in their company.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And last week, I also gotten an invitation from a race in Pollard, Maine, in the USA. When they started this race, I won it like about 6 or 5, more than 5 editions.
Okay.
Yes. Wow. So they value me as well.
Yeah.
So they invited me.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So I'm about to fly on 2nd of next month.
We're still catching flights. I like that.
Yeah.
What do you think was the most difficult decision you ever had to make to fulfill your destiny?
Can you come up again?
What was the most difficult decision you had to make for you to fulfill your destiny, for you to fulfill everything you've been able to do? Yeah, that one decision, Yani, it was hard, but you knew you had to make it for yourself.
That one decision, a difficult one, is in the year 2001. The Kenya Athletics Federation wanted me to be included in the World Championships team. And by the fact that I was really looking forward to run for my country in those big championships, I had already set my mind that I want to break the world record for the marathon.
Right.
But now the federation wanted me to be in the marathon team for the world championships. So I had to say thank you, but I'm not going to take the opportunity. Yes, because I had something bigger. Yes.
Okay.
And it was such a challenge because it was something that could be taken even against me, even at my place of work. But I thank God I had to express myself exhaustively to my bosses, and they accepted, and they could see the fact. Yes, and they said we are at your back. Yes.
Another interesting thing I see in your world, where athletes change their nationality. Did you ever get an offer like that?
Definitely. I got so many.
Right.
I got so many, but may I tell you something? Myself, I'm a Kenyan.
Right.
And I always used to tell people, and this is my stand, I'll die a Kenyan.
Okay.
Yes.
Has that changed?
Nothing will change that. Yes.
So if you got an offer even today...
Today, I'll never. Yes, I'll never.
You're proud to be Kenyan?
I'm proud to be a Kenyan, regardless of what is the craziness that is going on, even what you're seeing today and tomorrow.
Right.
And, I don't mind. And I really thank God because I believe that it's by God's purpose that I was to be born in this country.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And the only people who can make it better, it is us.
Yeah.
So each and every moment that you find yourself in this country, just get to know that you have your part and you have a role to play to make it a better place.
Wow. I think I will leave that as the parting shot because that is just beautiful. Thank you so much for your time. I really honestly do appreciate this. We grew up tulikuwa tunashout kwa hivyo tukikuwatch kwa TV and I feel really honored to just sit next to you, across you, and I just honestly feel like I'm sitting next to a very, very powerful woman. I don't even think I have tapped into the mental strength you have, but I hope after this utaniachia kidogo.
Yes.
And maybe, I don't know if there's something you'd want to tell the girls out there watching, people out there watching, and they want to go to the heights that you've achieved, whatever career it is, what they need to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, what I would like to encourage, not only the young girls, even the men who could be watching me, I think this is important to everyone, is that you should not look yourself down because of anything. And when you feel like you have failed today, you have tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's just a matter, it's just a matter of what are you telling yourself? Yes, what are you telling yourself? So if it is not good today, it's going to be better tomorrow. So it's now, you have a responsibility to keep on pushing on to make it work.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Classmates, man, I hope this was very insightful. For me, it was. I am learning a lot. And I always feel like if there are people we need to learn from, the most are athletes, because, yeah, man, to achieve what they achieve is not easy. Asanteni sana for attending today's class. We're still at Longonot Place, beautiful place. You can come check it out if you're looking for furnished apartments. Keep watching our films on phillytv.com. Pia usisahau. But yeah, asanteni sana. I think class imeisha mtu yangu.